Oh no, we are not streaming League of Legends. That is so incorrect. Wow, this is sad. What is this? Streaming my last day on Earth. Cries. Hello everyone. It's been a while. I'm just trying to get everything set up. I'm a wreck, but that's pretty normal in my usual streams, to be honest. It doesn't seem that messy, but it is. Is that a Loki? Loki! Oh, it's a Loki! Hi! Hi, baby! Are you gonna say hi to stream? Hi, Bubsy. Come here. Okay, never mind. Hello, hello, hello. Welcome. I can't believe I can just pop on like for the first time in forever randomly, and 28 of you guys will come and watch this random ass gamer girl who's really awkward and is as obsessed with cats? I don't know. I guess that's not really a competitive advantage. Still figuring it out. But anyways, I wanted to stream to like make content around my thought process of what's been going on with me and kind of where I want to go from all of that. But I'm gonna let people, come into chat. It's like as if we were starting a meeting, right? Where we got some latecomers. Come. Anyways, yeah, so we'll just let people trickle in, instead of just exploding in. In the meantime, I really need to eat breakfast. One of my goals is to gain weight. So today's breakfast, I need to eat healthier. And my whole thing is trying to be a healthy influencer. But today we're going to eat Jimmy Dean croissant sandwiches because I love it. It's a great source of protein and fats for me. And I really need it. Like, I think I've eaten enough vegetables during my gut health issues to like compensate for at least a year. I even went basically vegetarian. So I think I deserve like just eating like shit. And it's not even eating like shit. I'm just prioritizing protein. Like right now, my physical health is struggling. I was injured from a car accident. So protein is pretty much what I'm prioritizing, and hydration. Empty water bottle, we need to fill it up, so we're gonna do that today. And I have a lot of plans in life. I've been really hit with a lot of, what is it? I don't know, attacks to like bring me down with life, but it happens to everyone, and I'm thankful I've been so far ahead of the game. Taking hits to be a couple steps back really isn't too bad. It's humbling, in my honest opinion, and humbling actions is always a good thing for people, in my experience. Congrats to PogChamp and Cypher for another sub streak of 32 for PogChamp. 34 for PogChamp, 32 for Cypher. Ooh, PogChamp might be beating everyone. Who is first? Can I see who has like the longest sub streak? That would be pretty dope. Is everything okay? Everything is okay. Callie, Loki, yeah, I have a little bit of dyslexia. Thank you for asking. I'll get into it. Let me eat after. I want to also bring up my freaking not Streamlabs. What's the other one? Streamlabs and Stream. What's the Stream overlay? Stream Elements. Okay, I might just switch. I know Stream Elements is like the one that everyone uses, but I honestly hate it. And just Googling Stream Elements or Stream Overlays, there's another one that popped up, Nerd or Die. So that's interesting. Might play around with that today while we're on stream. So thank you to everyone for joining me on my stream. Be right back. I'm going to heat up my Jimmy Dean's and grab some water. That should take me only like 2 minutes. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Do we have a bunch of other people ready to leave Earth as well? Alright, so first of all, let me grab at least the junk that you can see in the background. There's definitely more shit, and I just tossed it to where you guys couldn't see it. But, I don't know. Today's kind of weird. We started the day off by accidentally sending nudes to the family group chat. You can see the photo I sent to the family group chat on Twitter. I always forget. I need to have, if you want to be a pro streamer, I think you should have a startup standard work guide so that you don't miss a lot of, what is the word? Sorry, I haven't talked to people in so long, so I'm just losing words. Plus, I definitely lost like half my brain cells from having H. pylori. But monetization, opportunities. God, English is my only fucking language. If I can't even speak it, I should just. Okay. Links. Totally sane. Hi, if you guys haven't ever seen me stream or this is your first time being introduced to me, I am Chonko Cat, and I think I'm a little unhinged. So if you like cute girls that are a little unhinged that will tell you to shut the fuck up when you say really dumb things, I'm your girl. Alright? I don't know. I need to work on my elevator speech. But essentially, you can feel the energy. You can feel the energy that I would choke you if I needed to. But restraint. I really I need to read. I remember when I accidentally sent my grandma the drawing I did of Spider-Gwen having cardio with Venom. Wow, that's amazing. Yeah. Also, speaking of grandmas, like, to cope with death, we think that the people who die are above us, watching over us. And I think that too, because I fucking love my grandma, and it would kill me to think that I will never, ever, ever have my grandma's essence in my life again. But also what terrifies me is if my grandma is over here watching me fap it to the weirdest porn. I mean, my dad's unofficially adopted. So think of the most southern ass Christian lady watching over her grandkid fapping it to some hentai, which she's not even familiar with anime, and so it's just like these weird cartoon characters that kind of look not an appropriate age, and they make weird sounds, and that's what she has to watch, and I'm not proud of that. I'm not. Yeah, exactly. I mean, I'm watching it too, Rivet, like, obviously. But poor grandma, poor Nana Chanko Cat. So. Alright, I need to eat my breakfast. It looks kind of sad today. I don't know what happened to it, if I didn't heat it up enough or I overheated it. That's also a problem. Maybe they changed the channel. I hope so. Because, okay, to make matters even worse, It's one thing to have your grandma watching over you, like, okay, my kid's masturbating or whatever. Fine, you have your grandma and they're like, they've lived a whole life, they can kind of understand. I've got, this might be dark, but I have an ex-boyfriend up there too. And there are some masturbation habits you don't want anyone to see, not your grandma, not your partner. I don't know, like, I'm not trolling. I'm not trolling that I sent a nude to my family. I wish I was trolling. Like, that would be a good troll social media tactic, don't get me wrong. But honestly, I'm coping. I am streaming and I am coping to deal with this situation. To everyone is hilarious, but I probably scarred my family. I mean, thankfully, maybe, I don't know if it makes a difference, but my brother is gay. I only have one sibling to deal with, so oh yeah. Um for everyone joining in chat, welcome. Welcome to Chanko Cat's coping stream where you get to watch a mental breakdown happen IRL or in real time. Thanks for the sub, Star Kid. I could really fucking use it. At 25, god damn. God damn. I know this is like a norm for you when you come onto my stream and gift me, but I don't think it will ever be normal to me that like gift I don't even stream regularly and I get gifted 25 subs. Like, fucking amazing. Thank you, Dark Kid, as always. Thank you for enjoying watching me stream, and I'm glad you're here. I think you're working. I think normally you work in the mornings. So even more, thank you for the support. Yep. I hope you have a wonderful day at work, Dark Kid. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. My last day on Earth because I sent nudes to my family. I knew it would be one thing if I didn't have a good relationship with my family, but I do. I adore my parents. My parents adore me. But funny enough, my mom has always seen me as a problem child. But, dude, after watching Ruby Frank, that documentary, if you guys have never heard of her, she's this, like, insane Mormon mom that ended up doing horrific things to her children. And she deserves to. Anyways, but no, I kind of relate because my mom definitely has called me the devil child. And this was before I was a prude back then, okay? Like, I know I'm all out in the open now, but back in the day, Chan was super prudish, and my mom was calling me a devil child for wearing a skirt to school that fit school guidelines and everything. Anyways. I mean, okay. I'm geeking because chat is so active. Hi guys. Love you guys. Alright. So they're your family, probably something they haven't. It's not something like crazy, right? Because, I mean, don't get me wrong, it's immediate family. It was just my parents and my brother. So nudity is pretty normal in your family, because you grow up together, you go to the beach together, your parents change you. So it's not like it would be like appalling to see as a parent, I suppose. It's not the fact that it's a body, it's the fact, I mean, I would have to go into like, if we're trying to dissect this, like truly, it's just like the psychological impact of seeing your new child as a brainwashed religious woman, very pious, you know. Yeah, it's just the context. Like, and especially you haven't, I mean, past a certain age, you don't really see your children's adult nudity. So it's still kind of like, but everything will be fine. Like, my mom knows what I do, my dad knows what I do, but yeah, it's rough. It's definitely rough. It's like it's just something you don't want to have to go to. And I mean, my family.
Please use it well for a nice coffin or cremation. My sincerest condolences.
Feeling me and feeling sorry enough to tip $5 because that $5, pretty sweet. I do need to feed my addiction to coffee not made by me, because slave labor just makes it taste so much better. I just don't know. Like, if I make it myself, like, God, disgusting. But when someone else makes it. Okay. All right. So, new questions. Like, how was it delivered? So I posted it on Twitter. You guys can go on Twitter and see it. It's not so bad. Like, you could definitely just be scrolling through the photos, because I was sending them my artwork. And so it was a screenshot of my artwork. But for some reason, how iPad is laid out, it like sometimes has the app you were previously on in the corner. So I was just taking screenshots of my artwork, and it was just like so fast, and it was like before. I didn't take it like recently. I took it a week ago or 2 weeks ago. So I kind of like forgot what the screenshots were, but I had like several screenshots of the photo. So one of the screenshots, I had the app in the corner, and then so I probably like exited the app and then screenshotted it again for myself, or I just like cropped it. But as I was just like, oh, I woke up today and I was like, oh, I told my family I was gonna send photos of my artwork, so I'm excited. And I just scrolled through all the screenshots I've made of my art, and I'm sending them the screenshots. And so in the corner of one of the screenshots is like, you know, my OF, and right smack there, my mirror pose. So it's kind of like hard to deny. And honestly, like, if it was anyone else's family, like, they're just scrolling through the photos and they're like, oh, nice drawings, this is cute. But my father is the most analytical man on this planet ever. Thankfully, my father is like me, and he's just gonna be like, my daughter is an idiot, and like ignore it. Because again, my family knows what I do. My dad is like me, and he's like, I get it. I mean, if I could do it, I would do it. Because at the end of the day, my dad and I, we're very logical. We're not societal based. So societal rules don't click with us unless it makes logical sense. And second of all, if my dad was in my shoes and he could do it, he would have. Period. Because it's more like we would do anything for our family, and doing this allows me to be so flexible in my time for my family. Oh no, live is broken on YouTube. Bye. I don't know what's going on YouTube, Flashy, but you can join us here on Twitch. Okay. So, is my dad doing OnlyFans? I fucking wish. That would be great. I think he would slay. I think he would do okay. I mean, he's kind of... My dad has been described as the Asian Elon Musk in terms of looks. But he has a better bod than Elon. Like, my dad was like, oh, I'm really proud of my gym progress. And he showed me, he's like, I'm sorry if this is too much, but he showed me his ab pic. And dude has been working out. Dude has a 6-pack, which is one of the reasons why I am so keen on working out. Because I don't want to lose to some 60-year-old dude, you know? Fuck that. So anyways. Eat breakfast. That was the main accomplishment of this period of the stream. Hold on. I know it might sound creepy to people to talk about your family in an objective way, but there are just some things that aren't sexual to people, and it's hard to understand and explain to people who are going to sexualize the situation. And like, I've been on the other side too. Like, I think it's weird to kiss your parents, and like, for a lot of people, it's just not sexual at all. And it's just hard to comprehend for me, but I understand that it's not sexual. You know, you just don't think about it too much. So good. After I finish this and hydrate, I think we'll list like the topics I want to talk about today, and then we can go through like, I'll basically make a little graphic that's kind of showing which topic we're on. Eating ASMR.
For your dad's abs. The dad bod I was I had.
Thanks for the tip, Aston Rock City. Wow, appreciate you. I don't know what I'm doing. Maybe I should eat Jimmy Dean's on stream and talk through it more. Two more bites. Thank you for sticking around. Or you're welcome for streaming me eating a Jimmy Dean. So delicious. Keep tipping me more. I'll excite it. I'll eat another one. If you guys keep tipping me, I have no shame. I made the money. Oh yeah, I think Jimmy Dean's are better than most fast food breakfast. Most fast food breakfasts and it's cheaper. You go to Costco or Sam's, get the big pack. Oh. Not sponsored, just a fat ass. This is so embarrassing. I should have just queued the ad, but I didn't. Okay. Oh, so gross. I am a human being. We are going to pull up Canva and make a little graphic to put on Stream Elements because I want it to be cute. Okay. Display capture. And we will do no, I just want window capture. I give it till I things go. I'm coming. Boom. Beam bop boom 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 bop bam. Oh, this is so embarrassing. You guys are seeing all my tabs. I'll just hide it. Don't look. I don't have mental problems. Ah! I give it all to let things go. I can't believe it. I'm causing on an intersection. I can't believe it. I never meant to know this. Done. It's did. It's done did. Bye boop. I can't believe. You're into keyboards, that's one mental problem for sure. Okay. When I shit on myself, it's funny. When you guys shit on me, it's not funny. I have feelings. Okay. Today, like, itinerary, content, table of contents, menu, itinerary. I mean, itinerary is really the most apt name, but I'm not sure. I feel like it might be too big worded for some Twitter people. Twitch. Also Twitter. Alright. Itinerary. That doesn't even seem right, actually. It's fine. Just go. Sometimes you gotta remind yourselves MVP, guys. Minimal viable product, alright? So I guess the first good thing to start out with is, like, what's been going on with Chunko Cat. Which is basically history. Well, just history. Boom. What's happened? What's happened? What's going to happen? Future plans. Damn. I woke up so... I swear there was going to be like 5 things on this list, but... Streamer brain. Meow. Alright. I feel like history. What's happened? Because basically, I was streaming, then I was Mia. Okay, we'll just stick with this, and I'm pretty sure as I go on a tangent, I will start adding to this itinerary. In the meantime, I wanted to put on makeup, but whatever. Okay. Well, that's it. That's all I needed, and I'm going to share this as a transparent PNG. Upload it right here. Image source. Browse. Cool. Organization. Woot. And then I just want like a cute flower PNG. Flower emoji. I hate modern day society where everyone is trying to monetize everything. Of course, I have no room to... I can, because I put my nudes out for free too, guys. Alright. Can't criticize me for that. Please, just let me download this very unsketchily. Anyways, hello, England. Alright. I'm gonna lose my voice because I have not talked to humans for a very long time. Like consecutive. I haven't streamed. I should just say that. Anyways. History. What has happened? Alright, first of all, I am Chonko Cat. I am originally a spicy content creator. I started out, I saw Belle Delphine. I thought she was so cool. I thought it was cool that she cosplayed, and I really wanted to be a cosplayer. But I never thought that was me, because I was like I'm super nerdy, guys. I'm super awkward, if that is not obvious. But I guess the reason why I come off as like not nerdy is because I definitely embrace it and use that like awkwardness to connect with others. Anyways, so it's been awesome being a nerdy creator, nerdy spicy creator. I honestly started it all to make money. I mean, whew. Now we gotta go back to the beginning, all right? This is where it gets lengthy. All right, it all starts with who I am, how I was born, and the society I was born in. So context, I'm an American. I was born in southern US, where not only is American culture like very Puritan, but in the southern US, it's just even more extreme to like not a very illogical fashion, because it just doesn't make any sense. I mean, I had friends that went to a Christian school where girls had to wear skirts, but the skirts had to be to their ankles. So it's like, don't sexualize women, but make them wear skirts because they are sexual beings. Like, please make it make sense. If you don't want people to be sexualized or treated a certain way because of their gender, like, make it make sense. So, I mean, that is the beginning of the beginnings, right? Little Chan is just some artsy girl who thinks very logically. It's not like society tried to come at me and say, like, don't wear a skirt too short. And no one actually explains it to a young girl of why she shouldn't wear a short skirt. They just kind of slut shame you and get mad at you. And like, as a girl who thought she wasn't that weird, treating a girl that way makes her feel fucking weird. Like, so immediately I'm like, short skirts are cute. These regular people hate short skirts. I am not a good person because I don't think like these good people, and a majority of people think this way. So, I mean, that's kind of why I kind of went this queer route, even though initially I did not identify as queer myself. I mean, later I discovered I am bi, but that's a whole another situation. So, I think that's kind of why and then I'm just an artsy person. I've always drawn nudes when I was a kid, and we are sexual human beings. So, of course, I'm drawing nudes. I'm coming off as hypersexual, but it's more like the art obsession, the psychological obsession of sex, and then hormones. So a lot of you guys, I think, are, and, okay, there are several types of fans that I have, and I have some fans that I absolutely adore, because in this jumbled mess of being a sex worker, yet being this nerdy girl who wants to pursue knowledge and creativity, some of you guys get it. They're like, oh man, I would be the same way, you know, get your dough and try to follow your dreams and get that art. And it really resonated with me because I will never forget. I get my normal string of haters, and sometimes I comment back and sometimes I ignore them. And I got this one hater that's like, oh, you're a whore and da 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 da, whatever. And some guy was just like, are you a class traitor? And that stuck with me. It was Zach. If you're in here, Zach, shout out to you. And I was just like, wow, like, you guys get me. Like, I don't do this. I don't really fit with the OF stereotype. Not trying to be elitist, but it's just factual. I really don't. But I ended up being an OF creator because of this classism that exists in America. And that's kind of one of the things I wanted to touch up on today and why it's so relevant to my future plans. It's like I'm attracting all of these people that I resonate with. That's either an earlier version of me or someone who can't just get to the resources I can to be in the spot I am. So, I don't know, I enjoy being a creator. I enjoy connecting with others who think weirdly like me because it's so hard to find out here, right? That's what we should use the internet for. But I'm not using the internet for that. Currently, I've been this OF spammy bot girl because I need to make money in order to keep up in the society that is furthering farther and farther as we introduce AI to replace people's jobs. I mean, it is. I am left-leaning in a lot of social aspects, but I think what a lot of left-thinking people forget is that it is very much a dog-eat-dog world still. Even though we have these plush lives, I mean, I'm in this room chilling on a PC for my day-to-day job. Like, this is insane. Like, people don't live this reality. People's realities are living in huts, you know, in a village. People go on night shifts defending the village. People hunt and, like, try to secure food. I mean, that's reality. So when you talk about that kind of mindset and reality, I mean, morals start shifting. Do you really care if some girl's wearing a short skirt in that reality? No. You care about wearing the appropriate things that's going to get you to your goals of what you need to accomplish, which is survival, which is exactly what a lot of us are doing. It doesn't look like that. It doesn't look similar, but it is essentially the same thing. Every day, people just like yourselves are furthering themselves and making more money. The more money other people make, the further you are behind. That is a really daunting understanding to take on as a human being. Right? Like, someone can go insane. Someone can get depressed. But that's reality. If you get depressed, if you go insane, you lose. And so that's kind of a reality that's been embedded into my mind from a young age because my family, my mother and father, has directly dealt with violence and war. So I'm like, these morals and societal standards that you're trying to put on poor second generation American Sean just is not clicking. So I'm willing to do whatever the fuck it takes to not fall behind. And I proved it. I am willing to put my fucking pussy out for money, even though I don't really want to do that, but I don't fucking care because my priorities are to my family. I will do anything for my family. If I need to murder someone from my family, done. Honestly, I am borderline sociopath, I'm not gonna lie. But, however, I'm a good sociopathic person because it logically makes sense to be good to people and want to further society into a idealistic place for myself, right? So OF Chan that you guys have seen and that I've put out is a version of myself that I needed to become who I wanted to be, right? But it's hard to separate that, you know? I'm sure a lot of you guys are joining me, remembering and thinking like, oh, this is this thoughty OF girl. And I'm cool with that. It's not like I take any offense to that. But, I mean, being in America right now is like extremely scary. And in the past year, I've gone through so much backsteps to my journey of becoming who I want to be. Excuse me. So, honestly, it's prolonged being this temporary version of myself longer than I wanted to be. And so that's kind of why I'm coming out with this maybe I don't know the word. Fuck. Just early, you know, my brand isn't really ready for this, but I'm so thankful to have this streaming career where you guys kind of just pop on and listen to me, so I thought I'd take the opportunity to, like, push out for feelers of what my journey might be in the future, because I'm really excited. Like I said, a lot of my followers, like, I really do jive with, and I've made a ton of friends using this brand, and I'm so proud of Chanko Cat, and I will never ever be ashamed of doing OF. I will, anytime anyone asks, I will own up to it. But I think it's difficult for myself, and I think it's difficult for my fans to differentiate the two when both of them have the same face, both of them have the same, like, imagery, brand imagery. I mean, it's the same person, right? So one of my solutions that I've conjured in my mind is to differentiate the brand by becoming more faceless. Thanks, Jazz Plays, for the sub. I appreciate it. Because I still need the money. I mean, I have made good money doing OF, but this income is still essential to my well-being, especially since I have barely been working, if not working at all. Especially, I recently got in a car accident. My back is extremely injured. It doesn't look like it, but I really can't do much around the house. I can't pose. You guys see a lot of sexy poses that I have, and I mean, my body is, I mean, don't get me wrong, I am proud of my body, but it's not anything crazy curvy like a cartoon character, but I'm trying to achieve that kind of standard, and I'm able to achieve this standard through posing, like, in angles, and I cannot do that right now. I will not even attempt to try that right now. Thank you. Thanks, guys. I don't expect the change in brand to be fluid, but essentially I want one brand to just be money farming, but I genuinely care about my community and my fans and my friends, and when I'm being a different version of myself with my face, it becomes hard to differentiate truth and business and job. And So I just want to make it easier on everyone, including myself. And so I'll let you guys know what my new socials are. And I have, like, I started Chonko Fox because I wanted to create this idealistic version of myself that I wanted to be, which is this art girl. At my core, I have always been an artist, and I've always wanted to be this, like, hipstery girl. I don't even care about money. I really don't, guys. I just have to survive in this world. And it's not just me. It's like me thinking about my friends and family that I need to have enough funds to support because they're not able to do what I'm able to do. So it's almost like I have to make it worth it, you know? Like, if I'm going to do this, I'm going to make it worth it. And I think another, like, factor of it all is just I'm a naturally depressed person. Like, I didn't think I would be alive this long, so it really doesn't matter what people think about me. What matters to me is, like, my friends and family. If anything I can do to make their lives better, like, I'll do it. So many creators went through the same brand change and even kept their names with similar success. Keho Gray. Oh, yeah, I figured. I'm excited. I would love to know their usernames. Yeah, just for my curiosity. So that's kind of what I'm thinking, and I'm really excited about this change. Because you do need to be about the money sometimes, but I think it's really healthy to differentiate different versions of yourself, right? There's one version of you that's money hungry, but then when you come home, you need to turn that off, because if you're always money hungry and you get partners that are money hungry, that's not a safe environment. That is not an environment you can trust that person with your well-being, because you're both only in it for the money, you know? So, but I mean, to each their own. I get it. Some people need to marry for money, for survival. And do what you gotta do. So, yeah, I think one of the ways I would like to transition is talking more about my societal views. I think it's really interesting to talk about, especially currently with the audience I attract. I don't know how to say, like, I have a very modern audience that is chronically online, and I am also chronically online, but I still luckily have another version of myself to turn it off. Like, whenever I'm with my friends and family, I am never ever looking at my phone. You know, it's little things like that that you should try to do to balance yourself. Do you or have you had a partner who is money hungry? Maybe my first boyfriend, but it was hard to tell because we were in high school. But I will say, like, in my experience of, let me edit this. Now we're on, like, dating history. Okay. So my first boyfriend, I think, is the closest I can relate to this. Like, We literally dated each other because we thought one another was cute and intelligent. Like, that was literally my only two standards. And when you do that, guess what else he's going to be attracted to? Other cute girls and other intelligent girls, right? There's like nothing to stop that if those are your only two standards. So I kind of got what I asked for, and he definitely like flirted with other girls while we were dating. So that did not feel good at all. But I was also just pushing my standards of an idealistic boyfriend onto him. It wasn't that I liked him or I wanted to be dating him for who he was, because I didn't know that much about him, actually. It was just, you're smart enough to not act this way, don't act this way. And I think that's what it's like dating someone who is just driven for the money. So obviously it didn't work out. And it's hard for me to be... I think I wish I would have dated someone who was more money hungry so that I could have benefited from that for a little bit. Like, I do regret not having a sugar daddy in college. But yeah, I don't think there's anything wrong having a partner who is money hungry. I think there's a lot to learn from that situation, but I don't think you end up with a partner like that unless you're willing to accept what comes along with it, you know? Like, another version of Chan, if love is not as important, would marry for money. And not even... Glucose guard, you are so fucking right, Draz Play. How dare me as a queer say sugar daddy? That is fucked. Glucose guardian. Okay. So, in all honesty, best case scenario, first marriage, money, second marriage, love, you're set. But no, okay. As someone who has been the poorer person, and as someone who could potentially be the richer person in a relationship, I don't think there's anything wrong with marrying for money. If you are a good partner to the person with a lot of money, you provide to them. And I have family friends who are in this situation, honestly. You know, you bear their children, you're a good wife to them. You get to sit at home and be a stay-at-home mom or husband and follow your hobbies and dreams, because all you have to do is clean the house and take care of the kids. And yeah, that's a lot, don't get me wrong, but you still have the financial freedom to pursue pretty much what you want. And yeah, your partner might be a raging fucking cunt who has unrealistic demands, but as long as they're not abusing you, like, you can just take it. Like, if it's just, you're like, okay, sure. Like, if you're not totally emotionally invested in them like that, it really doesn't matter. They just send you the paycheck and you go about your day, you know? I would be totally fine with that if that was my reality, and I would be totally fine if someone did that for me. Like, if my house was clean all the time and my kids were taken care of by a good person, and, like, they didn't bring home drama, they didn't abuse my kids, like, okay, fine. I don't fucking care. Yeah, exactly. All it has to be, what Jazz is saying, is a clear contract. Like, I do not believe in lying to your partner, ever. I believe in polyamorous relationships, if that's what you're into. I also believe in monogamous relationships. It doesn't fucking matter. But you need to be honest with the person you're dating and wanting to marry. because that's the commitment you gave to them. Because that's what makes it a safe space. If creating a safe space for someone is making sure that when they enter the room and they talk to you and they ask you questions, you are nothing but the truth. Because that's safety, you know? So how do you deal with work-life balance in the sense, say, you work from home and they have a job away? How would you balance the dissonance? Water break. It's hard. Don't get me wrong. I'm losing my voice because of a lot of reasons. Anyways, I definitely come at this question a lot differently than others because of my experience. But I understand it's very difficult for people. I mean, you have to keep in mind how different everyone can be. For example, I have friends who basically don't have families. So if you're dating someone like that, it can be extremely nerve-wracking and a volatile experience for them to not have someone in their local vicinity for them to feel like secure in the relationship. And maybe they have trauma too, like their distant partner cheated on them for a long time. I mean, I met a guy I was trying to date and he wouldn't date me because he had a girlfriend lie to him the entire over 2-year relationship because she was dating another dude the entire time. I get it. I'm sad. I wish we could have dated. He was a really cool dude. And he ended up dating someone else, and so it's all great. I think she's a good person to him, and he deserves it because he's a really awesome guy. My experience, however, is I have dated someone in the military, and I have dated someone who passed away. And as someone who has dated someone who has passed away, I don't look at it the same. To me, as long as I eventually get to see you, I'm so happy and excited. I don't care how little it is. I get to see you. The fact that you're alive and you're who you are, and I get to experience that again in my life. I mean, you know, and that's true love. And you don't know that feeling until you find that person and experience it. So it's tough. But that's how I deal with it. Don't get me wrong, I am still clingy AF. So that is my situation right now. I work from home. My partner goes into the office. That's still not bad. But let's say I'm in another scenario where I work from home. My partner has to go on long trips from being A, in the military, or B, being a travel salesman, nurse, blah, 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 whatever. I'm always going to say this, but it depends. It depends on the person, and you should always compromise. If someone wants to talk to you all the time, that's not healthy. But if you're someone who hardly ever wants to talk, that's probably not healthy for the relationship either. So, balance. I don't think you need to talk every day. I think that's one piece of advice a lot of people need to hear. To have an extremely healthy relationship, you do not need to talk every day. Because I can guarantee you the happiest and healthiest moments of your relationships were when you had a lot more space from your partner, right? So I think space is so important for the both of you so that you don't take each other for granted, you know? Like, the distance really helps you reflect back on your partner's actions, feel thankfulness that your partner trusts you and enjoys who you are as an individual, no matter where you are. And it helps you be your true self constantly. And that's what you want to be. I mean, it's hard being your true self. It's hard figuring out who your true self is. So you need space from people. That's why I love when I'm depressed, I isolate so fucking hard because I love thinking to myself and like balancing myself. I mean, like, yeah. Me and my partner live on the other side of the planet. It's all about communication and future intent. Exactly. If you communicate and it's obvious you love your partner, oh no, why can't you guys understand me? Oh, it's just you, Rocket Ray. I think Rocket Ray's a troll, I forget. The name's kind of familiar. So yeah. I think those sacrifices are really obvious. Like, for example, if you purchase a plane ticket to go see that person, if you purchase a plane ticket for that person to see you, I mean, that's huge. Even when it comes to not even someone that you're dating, but even someone you want to court, you gotta take that risk, bro. I mean, I'm saying this to some dude that I've talked to before. We are not in good speaking terms, but if I was talking to another guy in this situation, like, his situation was that he liked a girl in a different country, but they never met in real life and they just talk, you know, online. And I'm like, oh, well, you should go visit her. And he's like, no, why would I spend that much money to see her? And I'm like, if she's worth it. I mean, like, just because you guys don't end up dating doesn't mean the experience isn't worth it, you know? Even if you fucked up and she's not even that into you, if she was open for you to come visit her and hang out with her, guess what that means? She is hosting you. She's probably introducing you to other friends that you can get along with and make memories, even if they're other dudes and or women. Like, it doesn't fucking matter. The whole point of your life is to show how strong you are and how capable you are. And strength isn't, I'm not gonna let these people hurt me. That's the weakest motherfucker I've ever met, you know? The strongest people are like, damn, that hurt because I just let that person in and they wreaked havoc on my inner being, but who fucking cares? Like, I've dealt with it before. I can rebuild it. Not a huge deal. I'm resilient. And because I think as human beings, we're afraid of, like, it's not gonna be worth it. Like, I put 10K into this relationship, all for it to be thrown away. Fuck that. I'm never gonna do that again. Relationships aren't worth it. But that thinking is so false, because as an outsider, like, again, I wanted to date this guy that was extremely traumatized. As an outsider looking in, like, you tell a story that someone who actually wants to date you and looks up to someone like that, they go, wow, you're such an amazing person that you were willing to make that sacrifice for this person. That means, imagine someone who actually treats this person well and what you would be capable of achieving for that person, you know? So nothing is wasted. That's all I wanted to say. Like, any dating experience you have, anything you put into relationships, that is just a testament to how much love you have available. And someone is going to notice that. I promise you. If you continue to search for them. Keyword. I get the money hungry thing. Both me and my wife have high paying jobs to the point I promised my wife the world for the next 2-3 years before we have kids start at 6 and end when they end. Oh, more work-life balance. Yeah, I love that. I love that. I mean, I think one of the reasons why, I kind of alluded to this already. Sorry, I'm not very articulate, but if you spend more than 2 hours on Twitter, you'll run into the threads where it's just guys giving up on reality. And they're like, all women want is this alpha man who makes a ton of money. And it's like, yes, but no. Like, you can't sit here and complain about, and same as women, like, we can't sit here and complain about how people perceive us if it makes sense. Women want to be, and men, not just women, okay? When I was growing up, your girl was broke. Whenever I would hang out with guys who had some money or like in the dating field, they would definitely prioritize the girls with money because the girls with money are prettier. They can put more money into doing their hair. They can get fake eyelashes. They can do all these things to make themselves look better than poor little Chon who has to thrift all her clothes, you know? You don't really want to be with these people, though. Like, if you are in a relationship with that kind of person and you're not someone who pushes themselves to get money, you're going to be miserable, even if you ended up with this person, which does happen all the time. So, I don't know. But anyways, I guess my new shift in Chonko Cat, it's not that I want to hide being an OF creator, but rather I'd love to show you guys the other sides of me. And it's going to be chaotic because A, I'm ADHD, and B, I am someone who gets really excited about anything. I mean, seriously, I've pretty much loved every job I've ever had. I could have careered any job I was given. I can't tell you a job I did not like, you know? So, I think Chonko Cat is going to evolve into me showing you that person of trying to do all these different things. So it's like kind of this outer brand. Whereas inside Chonko Cat, you're going to have like that thoughty OF girl, and then you're going to have the really artsy, awkward girl, and then you're going to have the gamer girl, and all these different brands are going to do different things and have different priorities. And I think that's really important as a company to do, because as a company you have to be hyper-ballistic. You can't be a real person, because if you're a real person, you'll end up like me, where you can't commit to one product. You're just everywhere because we get bored and we're humans. So I almost like, I want to brand myself as a professional problem solver. That is truly who I am. If you give me a problem I have all these random ass experiences and knowledges and the attention span to hyper focus on whatever problem you give me to get it done. I have a creative mindset. I have an engineering mindset. I can be organized, but I'm not so rigidly organized where I can't accomplish what needs to be done, you know? So like, what the fuck does a jack of all trades person who is interested in everything do? I don't fucking know. How do you deal with ADHD? It depends. There's different solutions for everyone when it comes to dealing with ADHD. That's basically my job title. Innovation engineer. Use ADHD with IT and medical skills to solve problems. Yeah, I would love that kind of job. So from now on, I feel like the framing of my content is more like, I'm going to try this project, and it can be X random project, where like one of the projects I've thought of is I copy Sophie Rain's marketing tactics for a month. This is what it gets me. This is what happened. You know, I draw for an hour every day for a week. Here's where it got me. That kind of project. And hopefully I can connect, because honestly, at the end of the day, my dream fucking goal would be to open the most ADHD dream of a complex you could ever imagine, where it's like a community center, but also an art gallery, but also a place where we can teach people how to do their taxes and blah 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 blah, and sell fresh local produce and educate people on how to be healthy. Like, that's been my dream from the moment I imagined it, which was in college. The Chancotorium. So, but I can't create something like that being a thoughty OF girl. Like, even if everyone wanted to accept it and it makes logical sense, like I have the money, if I am publicly open about being an OF girl, I don't think I should be allowed around children, you know? Like, I get it, I understand that division because I am someone who wants children in the future. But I don't think you should hold someone against other things just because they did something. But there needs to be, again, the differentiation. So, this is my solution. And I really want to unfortunately, I am intelligent. Like, for the longest time, I thought I wasn't intelligent. But when you're an intelligent person, you realize a lot of responsibility falls on you to shape your reality into something better. Like, I don't know, I'm sure some of you guys totally resonate with me. Like, are you the person in your family that you know you have to make enough income to support everyone's retirement? Like, that's the kind of person I am. I didn't want to be. I was just kind of placed into this role based on my intelligence and my family's perception of me. And that just, like, I watch Freerin, right? And she gets into a group, and she's just sitting there quiet. And these two girls are yapping, and they're fighting over what to do. And she's just like, all right, girls, I think we should do this. What do you think? And then they're like, oh, Freerin, you're just kind of our leader. And she's like, I didn't want to be, I just kind of had to. And it kind of sucks, but in a way, I guess it's a blessing. I'm very blessed that I can do this, be trusted, and be successful in pursuing that. So if I'm to be a leader, I want people to be whipped up into optimal shape, guys. And that's why I want this community center, all right? If you want me to lead, we're going to start creating this like fantasy land and start upping people's skill stats. And we're going to have a garden and we're going to all like chill together. Like it's going to be great. Like you're going to listen to my rules though. I can't outsource. I mean, that's just like the controlling nature of me because of this thing I've been put into. Like, I don't trust anyone else. I need to make this community center where I can touch all these different parts and touch all the children in their hearts. No, I'm kidding. Yeah, so. Ta-da! Ta-da! But I need to clean up my act, guys. I am so unprofessional. I'll be sitting there in a meeting with other professionals and I'll just cuss and I'm like, I need to shut the fuck up and I'm not groomed for this experience. Have you, by chance, had a lot of responsibilities from your parents as a child? Like, no, my parents didn't give. If anything, it was the opposite. But it's weird. Like, my mom would do all the chores and then complain about doing all the chores because she's like, I'm doing all the chores so you can focus on your studies and you can focus on your piano and violin skills. And because of that, it was used against me. If I wasn't performing, I mean, it was so weird. If I wasn't practicing while she was doing chores, then I wasted her time and her money, you know? So, it's weird. Like, they did and they didn't. So I definitely feel a lot of the pressure when I'm older. Because in Asian families, I notice they do this a lot. And I'm sure other families can relate to this. Like, I see it a lot in, like, minority families and religious families. But it's normally patriarchal. Where they take the males and they're like, you need to provide for us. You need to provide for this family. Which is crazy because this woman right here is obviously so intelligent and so capable, but she's like intelligently manipulating the guy into thinking he has to provide for the family. And then we create this absolutely insane patriarchy, right? So my family was kind of similar in that my dad was the patriarch and needed to provide for the family, but luckily, like, my family wasn't too toxic where my mom was also working. But for some reason, when it came to the kids, if I grew up and became a housewife, they would be happy and proud of me. But my brother is kind of doing that with his partner, and it is driving them crazy. They need to see him succeed. And it's weird. So now we're in the situation where my brother probably doesn't have a retirement account. And my parents, they're not poor, they're not broke. and they can afford their own lifestyle, but they have this like mindset, and they're not completely wrong too. Like they just want to make sure we live a good life, and to live a good life you need money. And the money landscape in 2025 is extremely volatile. And I am saying this if you are someone who wants to keep up with all of this, this is what you need to do. I would suggest you have at least 3 different income streams. Those income streams can start as not very passive at first, and Ubering, DoorDash is still a second income stream if you pair it, can be an additional income stream. And I honestly would be doing it if I needed to, you know. But I'm at a stage, once you get past maximizing your income streams of non-passive income, you need to use that leftover money to move towards into more passive income streams. So can you sell a product, basically? And that gets really difficult for people because the key to selling products is marketing. And marketing is so intangible of a concept that it's hard to comprehend and understand if you're hiring a good marketer or a bad marketer. Because marketing is something we all understand but don't understand. So, yeah. For me, my income streams are going to be OF, Twitch, YouTube, that's why content creating is such a good revenue builder. You don't even have to make a shit ton of money as a content creator to be successful. I shouldn't say that. You don't even have to have a lot of a following to make good money as a content creator. You just have to be a good one. Because every single social media stream is a potential for an income stream. And when you record on Twitch, or you record in general, you can use this content to repurpose into these different income streams. So yeah. How much to put away for taxes? When you first start, put away 40% in taxes. And then when you feel more comfy as the years progress, you can save a little less. And what I mean comfy is like you understand how the taxes work. If you don't understand how taxes work, just save 40% because it will be so amazing. It'll be like really like belt tightening at first and like nerve-wracking because you're like, holy shit, 40% goes to taxes. This is so insane. But then when you do taxes and you don't have to pay them that much, you have this extra lump sum that you're like, what do I do with this? And then you feel comfortable surviving on a lower income. Like, the key to being a creator, the key to being an entrepreneur is saving too. Because there will be, if you are really driven, there will be some days and some months where you fucking kill it. Like, you never imagine killing it, right? And you're like, bro, if I can make this money, even just sometimes out of luck, and then I can just make like this income and it'll be fine. At one time and at one point, your income will go so low, you will want to give up on your entire job, career, life. Can't think that way. You just gotta save and know it's gonna come, know it's gonna happen. And if you want to be in this business and you know your business is worth it, sail through it. Like, for example, another reason I love starting this new social media is I get to be more open with you guys. Like, I've made probably $1 million in revenue from OF in the past 4 years. Other than my house and its location, I do not spend like I've made $1 million in 4 years. I still drive a 2012 Prius that I bought pre-used and totally paid off ASAP, and I intend to drive that till the day it dies, even if I'm multimillionaire, because there has come a time where I couldn't work. This whole fucking year, I could not work. So even though I made a lot of money, I need that money to sustain myself when I'm not making money at all. And this point and period is where a lot of creators crash and burn. Honestly, like, there have been other OF creators that I've seen that were a lot bigger than me, that have much better content, that is way hotter than me, and they crash and burn because they spent all their money, and then when something like this happens, they're fucked. They're just fucked. So, yeah. These are the only 3 keyboards I own. This one was gifted. This one was made by a fan and gifted. Gregory, let me get $5 so I can get a milkshake from Chick-fil-A. Gregory, let me give you a free $5. Don't get the milkshake from Chick-fil-A and make your own milkshake. Done. Oh, let me read Draz. Fuck! I'm surprised you need that many streams in the US. As a Dutch guy, I have one main income, passive, held by financial advisors for my pension, retirement funds. Everything else is extra, like cosplay props. Yeah, so in America, we don't have pensions anymore. I don't know why. And I don't know what income averages are for you guys and living averages, but in the US, we're infamously overpaid and compared to like third world countries, but we're underpaid for the inflation that's happening in our country. For example, a lot of my friends who have 9-to-5 jobs have received a 4% raise, and that's like them doing really well at their jobs. The interest from when I bought my first home was like 2 point something, right? The interest when I bought my new home is 7 point something. So I guess, yeah, 4% kind of keeps up with it. I do take that back. I've kind of been thinking about it the wrong way. I was like, interest is 7%. How come you can't get a raise for 7%? But it's like 2%. But anyways, it's a 5% raise, and they're getting their raise of 4%, which is just barely and a little bit not keeping up with inflation. So it's not even a raise, but their company is framing it like it's a raise. Like, oh, you did such a good job. Here's some extra dough. And it's like, okay, thanks for giving me more responsibilities and then giving me market inflation rate. Like, that's insane. Okay. For my job, I could get an extra 40K in the US, but I live higher standard in my bracket in the US. Yeah, like, I don't know where you live, but in the Netherlands, my cousin lives in this apartment for pretty cheap. I think he pays like, let's say 900 a month. And he sent us a video and it straight up looks like a millionaire's apartment. I've never seen anything look so fucking fancy. Like, he's living in 2050 and we're living in 2025. Like, insane. However, the payoff is he doesn't live in a large city, and the largest city in the Netherlands for him, I mean, would probably not have a large Asian population, and that kind of sucks. Because what do you want to use all your money for? To buy, like, multicultural foods for me, you know? So if a city lacked that, that would be quite hard. Because it's more than just like, okay, well, at least in the US, most of the time, even if you live in a smaller city, you might be able to order your ingredients online or drive to a big enough city and just get the ingredients you need to then make what you normally couldn't buy in your area. But in other countries, I feel like it's so hard because the produce itself is so different. Oh, huge population. I did not know that. That's crazy. Oh, that's so cool. I need to visit. Anyways, with Trump's insane politics happening, I may be joining another country. So, yeah, it's time to check out other countries. I've thought about Netherlands since my cousin lives there. I think it would be cool. I'm also starting to enter a phase. I don't know if I'm entering a phase or realizing what I've wanted all along is just my own property that I can plant flowers and fruits and vegetables and play with my cats outside, go hiking, and that's all I want. I don't need to be the stereotypical LA streamer trying to connect with all the other big streamers. Like, I think I just want to make my own path and journey and see where it takes me. Yeah. Ad break. Alright, time to hydrate. Alright. Okay. I don't have anything else planned for this stream, so I think we'll just do a cute little Q&A, and then I probably need to run after that to my doctor's appointment. Bah! My back has been pretty good today, but that was like the first little pain I've gotten today. It's gonna get worse, but... Aw, thanks, Draz. It was so nice talking to you, too. Thank you for popping in and having such a transparent conversation and sharing your experience as well. I appreciate it. How many languages can you speak? 1. I mean, I guess technically 3, but the other two aren't fluent at all, which is Hokkien and Indonesian, Javanese, and I guess Japanese. But it's been a hot minute. Alright. Oh, okay. I forgot. One of the other things I wanted to go over is fitness. So, when I started, okay, I was kind of working out on and off, but as I progressed as a creator, I definitely worked out a lot more and tried to make it more of a focus, because I think when you're trying to be a creator, you really do have to try to reach a standard that not everyone is capable of achieving. Whether that standard is achieved through time, hard work, skill, talent, luck, it does not matter. You have to reach this competitive advantage. And some competitive advantages are stronger than others. For example, I think the Spider-Man streamer is a really great example. Anyone can cosplay Spider-Man. Anyone can start streaming and cosplaying as Spider-Man, right? That doesn't really push you out into competitive advantage. Then he takes the Spider-Man cosplay and he does the NPC thing. Well, the NPC thing is already a popular thing, but it's still a niche. Even though it's like widespread, you still have a ton of backlash of people that are like, ugh, that's so cringe. I would never do that. Oh my god, you're putting kink behavior in front of children. You know, there's that kind of barrier to it. So a little competitive advantage. But then the Spider-Man. But then he's Spider-Man all the time. And so, like, how many people are you going to find that's Spider-Man all the time? I mean, there's still a couple. I mean, he still hasn't gotten it just from that. But then the NPC with Spider-Man, and now he's doing that all the time. Now he's taking that to weird places where it's like, dude, don't do that. Like, that's cringe. But then you're watching it because, like, it's so interesting. So, like, again, what can you do and take it to the next level? Well, for me, that was being fit. It is so unrealistic to be a normal-ass human being and work out every single day for an hour. I'm so sorry, but like, if I was a software engineer, I most likely would not be doing that, but I did that because I wanted to be a cosplayer, and my competitive advantage as a cosplayer was that I was going to achieve the anime body type so that I was a true anime character. So yeah. But now, I've been sick for over a year, thanks to H. pylori, and then I've been injured because of a car accident. So now I cannot just be some cosplay girl, but in these back falls or back steps, I can use this opportunity to show you how much of this takes effort and work. So that's what I'm really excited about. So let's talk about fitness and health next. Okay. So let me show you guys what I look like right now. I still look pretty fit because I have been working out for over 8 years of my life. But unfortunately, I've lost this. But like, this is still really toned, and I don't eat much because I'm so inactive. But I think if you guys are fans who overanalyze bodies, I think you can tell the difference from when I was fit and when I wasn't fit. Also, again, with my back, that hurts. I can't really pose in the same way to like pop out my butt even more. But yeah, so this is me now after everything, and I think this is proof that your hard work will never go to waste. I basically have not really worked out for the past 6 months, at least, minimum, right? But my body still keeps the shape, but I lose the ass. Like, I naturally, I don't know who needs to hear this, but, oh, I need to work on my camera angle so I'm not just covered by text. But, I don't know who needs to hear this, but my ass was homegrown, okay? Like, I worked for it. And so when I'm not working out, it really does not really exist. I mean, it kind of does. I can still angle it to where it did look like I had an ass, but, so yeah, this is kind of the journey. I want to show you guys, like, one of my videos I will definitely show is, like, me now and my gym progress. But also keep in mind, a lot of people that have those crazy gym progress are like me, where they used to be athletic and they've had a lot of muscles built up, but then they let themselves go, and then you kind of lose the tonnage, and then they work out again, and then they get this immense tonnage back. Like, a lot of this was built through years of working out. I also used to be a soccer player, not like anything crazy, like community league soccers. So I had somewhat of a basis, but I never like sculpted my body or took my body to like the next athletic level. So let me show you guys like a high school college photo of me where you can really see like what I looked like before working out. I actually don't have that many because I used to be a prude, guys. Wrong phone. It's fine. can find it. Okay. This is College Chan. Like, I'm very not curvy. You know, I'm the same weight there as I am now. Oh, here's a good one. So, yeah. Yes. And now. Like, I'm don't get me wrong, I probably wasn't flexing back then, and now I can flex. And I just ate my, my Jimmy Dean, but oh, mirror flip. Like, I'm still a lot curvier than that, so, yeah. Working out and toning, I think, is super important. Also eating the right things. Like, another reason why I have kind of a similar body type right now is my diet is similar to what I was eating back in college. Like, now you take that photo and you compare it to my photos when I was at my peak fitness, and there's a huge difference, you know? So, let's go. Sure, I can find something just on my Instagram. Maybe I don't have a good photo. So Instagram is weird because they don't really like bikini photos. But I've posted them anyways. But I've also deleted a lot. Oh, probably the Sam Manson one's a good one. I'm just trying to get one that's like not too posed, you know? But honestly, all my photos might be too posed. Like, that's the whole point of my job that I'm supposed to do. I think this was a good one. Like this really shows when I was at my optimally, like I was eating super well, I was working out all the time, like everything's just tighter and more toned. So how am I feeling today? Hi Clover. Hi. I just want to y'all shout out Clover. Clover is also a streamer that I might be streaming with in the future. It's gonna be great. I am feeling actually pretty good today. Like I would say the pain is like a 0.5 in my back, and this is the first time it's ever been this way. However, it is the morning and it normally gets worse later in the day than early in the day, and it's if I use it. So I haven't gone to any doctor's appointments. I haven't had to carry anything, which sometimes I have to do even though I'm trying to avoid it. Like, it's just life. You have to move things around. I don't know. You can't avoid it forever. That's when my back starts hurting. So, hasn't happened yet. Yeah. I got the MRI results and everything is good in terms of spinal, like skeletal and nerve. It's all just muscle damage here in the back. I don't know. It's always been internal, so I don't know if you guys can see it. But yeah, right here, it hurts so badly. Just standing sometimes like that. I even have a back brace. I have it right behind me. I wear this when I go to the grocery store. Sexy, right? Girls with back braces. Oh man, all the girls are showing up now that I put on my back brace, you know. So, yeah, you guys want to see an OF set in this back brace? I figured. So fucking sexy. I can't do that. No. Time to screenshot that and put that on the OF, you know. Oh my god, house bunny. This is the first time I've been called a house bunny, but I guess that's pretty accurate. I just like run around the house and poop in certain rooms. My poops are really pebble-like too. Oh my god, I have all the creators now. I gotta look good, guys. We got June Moon, Rishivi, let's go, gang. Wait, I need to make sure I'm following June. June, have you been streaming? I don't know if you have. It's fine. June Moon is an active creator though, so you guys should check out his content. I think he's great. Alright, so in current health and fitness, yeah. Basically, if I do anything crazy, like even when I do dishes, I wear this back brace. But as soon as my back is healed, I want to do so much shit. I really, something I didn't talk about with my future plans, guys, is I really want to get into woodworking. Okay. Oh, shit. This is what I'm talking about. We'll probably do the stream all over again because, like, I have all these ideas and thoughts, but I'm not good at organizing them until I actually do the damn thing. I guess that's another advice I have as a creator. Like, you can always redo your shit. If you don't do it right the first time, just make the same goddamn video but better. Like, who fucking cares? No one saw your shitty ass video because it was shit. Just make a good one, and then people will view it. That's literally it. So anyways, new brand. The reason why I have to divide OF, Chan, and actual Chan is because, again, businesses need to be hyperboles. Like, I do have a lot of trad wife qualities, but I hate the trad wife lifestyle. However, I do understand needing to escape into a fantasy where this opposite sex person isn't going to challenge you the way they have in reality and in the past. Like, I do completely understand needing that safe space as a person. And who I am actually as a person cannot always provide that. However, I am willing to create a brand with my image to generate that for individuals. I think that's a complex concept for some people to wrap their minds around. But, so yeah, I want to do that. And then actual Chan is like really whoever I need to be honest. Like, I am so down to cook and bake really cool and cute shit. I obviously love cute shit. I am obviously a girl stereotype to a lot of extent. But there's a lot of things that I'm not. Like, I would love to do more woodworking. And honestly, woodworking is becoming a girly stereotype. My personal Insta feed is just all women renovating their own homes themselves, working with saws, and it's gorgeous. It's awesome. Like, so I want to do something like that. I still want to do like archery, but I guess I want to produce and show things that I'm taking to the next level. So like woodworking, I would take to the next level. I'm not sure I want to take it to the next level with archery, just because I'm not sure how feasible that is for me in terms of like practicing and bettering myself. I live in the city. My backyard currently is quite small, so it's just really not practical. But woodworking, all I need is like a spot to set myself up, and then I can just challenge myself in that confined space. So that's kind of my thought and flow, but we'll see. I used to watch carpentry channels as a kid. Yeah, I know, dude. I watch them now. Like, I watch them with such excitement and intensity. I've watched people make swords. I've watched people make different rooms. I've watched people make weird furniture. And my favorite part about some of these people is that they're not even carpenters. Like, they're really just artsy people challenging themselves. So, yeah. And I was talking to my friends the other day, and I'm drawing my Yorick. I did a little chibi Yorick. I'll show you guys. Hold on. So here's my Chibi Yorick. I was doing Chibi Yorick, and then I was looking up references for the caster minions for League of Legends, right? And I'm like, dude, I love being a cosplayer. Don't get me wrong, I've been able to accomplish so many dreams because of it. But I'm so tired. I need to. It is necessary if you're a cosplayer to cosplay the like mainstream shit. But also, I want to cosplay the dumb shit. Like, I want me and my friends to cosplay a bunch of League of Legends minions one con, and I know people will recognize us and take photos of us, and it'll be great. So that's kind of like just the silly shit. Silly shit. Shilly sit. Philly knit. Okay, the silly shit I will be able to do when I separate my brand that I'm super excited for. So, and I probably still would show my face with some of the faceless profile. It's just, again, it'll just be easier to separate if I mainly make it. Bro, I'm such a derp. I stopped streaming. What I didn't mean to. I meant to just stop the stream of my window. Oh, I need to hydrate. Sorry. Thanks, June Moons. Sean's just an idiot. That's what happened. But yeah, that's pretty much it. I feel bad. I feel like some people just showed up and you're out of the ring. Okay, so to recap, hi, I am Chonko Cat. I am originally a spicy creator. You can check out all my shit and my other socials. But honestly, I am going through a bit of a identity crisis. I think I came with a solution to my identity crisis. And essentially, it's like, I am an OF girl. I'm not ashamed to be an OF girl. I need to do OF to keep up with the current landscape of how people are generating profitability and to have more control of my future. However, I am really excited to show you guys more of my true self. So rebranding Chonko Cat more of like, hey, this is me and these are all the different things I do, rather than just being an OF girl. And then generating and utilizing my site accounts to push that OF content and stuff. So yeah, that's pretty much it. I think I fucked up and I fucked my viewer count, and that wasn't really my point, but it's kind of upsetting when I did have the viewer count and I lost it because I just clicked stop streaming, so cries myself to sleep. Also, I accidentally sent my nudes to my family group chat today, and that's a wrap. That's it for today's stream, guys. I love all of you. Thank you for popping into my random ass stream. I was so surprised how many of you just came out to support me, which ended up being like 100 of y'all. Insanity. I guess I am a streamer. Hard to imagine, but if there's over 50 of you guys showing up from me just like, hey, I'm gonna stream, I think I'm a professional streamer at that point. Like, insane. Thank you so much for all the support. I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your day. You will most likely see me tomorrow. Honestly, I do not plan anything in these recent days just because it really depends on my back and what I can accomplish based on how my back is feeling. Today was pretty decent, where I felt like I could not just keep doing ow, ow, because that's normally what I am like when I'm on Discord calls with my friends. I'm just like, ugh, and I'm like, I'm so sorry, my back. And although that can be sexy for some, and I was actually still planning on streaming, but it's just difficult because streaming is about outer appearance when you're showing your face like this, and I've been looking like an absolute slap recently. I mean, normally I even have makeup on, and I did not want to do that today, so here we are. Alright, that's it, guys. Thank you guys so much. See you all next time.